Hi, John Morgan here from Quality Insurance Services. Okay, so how do you get the Google Business Apps for free? You'll notice that I've typed in Google space Business Apps, and it's brought up the official Google Business Apps Marketplace. So just click on the website link there, and then it will pull up the Google Business Apps. And you'll notice here under Solutions it says Google Apps Free. So you're going to want to select the Google Apps Free edition, and then on the next window click on Get Started. Then it asks you if you want to use an existing domain name or you want to buy a domain name. For now I'm just going to throw in a my construction website.com just for example purposes. And then click on Get Started. And you'll notice it asks for you to enter your first name, your last name, your email address, and your phone number. Now the email address that you enter, that would be an existing email address that you have now. For example, if you have myconstructioncompany.com or, for example, myconstructioncompany@yahoo.com. That's the address you're going to want to type in here. And then when you're done, you're going to click Continue. So for example, I'll fill this out here just briefly. Okay, I just briefly filled this out. You'll notice I just threw in some stuff, but you'll notice I threw in Smith Construction 55 at AOL.com, and you got to throw in your number and the country. In this case, most people are going to be from the United States that are watching this video, and then select that you do understand that if you can't it asks you to acknowledge about changing your DNS records. Okay, so then you're going to want to click Continue. Okay, and then it's going to ask you to apparently got the wrong. There's apparently no 555 email or extensions out there. Okay, now then it brings you up to the next screen, which is the setup screen. You notice that there's a username there. That is going to be your name, and then this is at your website name right here. You're going to want to throw your name in here. That's going to end up being your password or your email address, excuse me, and that you'll use going forward. And then throw in your password, and it'll all automatically be checked down here. Just leave it checked, and then click I accept, continue with setup. Okay, after you've went through setting up your preferred email address and then throwing in your password and acknowledging and accepting the user terms for the services, you'll notice it brings up it brings you into a Google's app. It's kind of grayed out here, but the Google's app marketplace account for you, and then they give you two options. They give you Express option or the custom option. For most of you, you're probably just going to want to go Express because it's going to make it a much quicker way to go. And so then they're going to ask that you verify your domain ownership, and then you can go through and you can set up your mobile, you can set up your apps, user and groups, and get all rolling. But you basically would need to change your DNS at your existing domain registrar. GoDaddy happens to be one of the big ones, so you'll need to learn how to change that over, and get everything changed over to your new email address. And there are free services out there that can help you do this. If you're willing to do by email or that type of thing. Now, if you want to have us help you, or if you want to have one of our affiliate people help you, we'd be more than happy to pass it along to have someone help you get signed up through the Google Business Apps Marketplace, and all for $50, just one time $50 fee. Now, if you basically can go through and follow all the directions, then and learn how to change your DNS over, you can call someone like GoDaddy. They can help you for free. So just once you get through this, you'll be able to start getting your email at your address there. At it's yourself at yourconstructioncompany.com. Okay, well, hey, thanks for listening. This is John Morgan, and hope that this has helped you get on the road to having a more streamlined organization as well as a more professional image. Thanks, and have a great day. Okay, how do you get Google Business Apps? Well, load your website browser, whether it be Internet Explorer, Firefox, or Chrome, or if you're on a Mac, your Mac browser. So type in Google space business space apps, and then it'll pull up the Google Business Apps website. And you'll notice at the top left it says Solutions. If you hover your mouse pointer over that, it has all the different selections. But for now, select the Google Apps Free. And it'll bring up the Google Apps for Free page, and then you're going to want to click on Get Started. Okay, you'll notice that there are two different versions, or options, choices I should say. You can enter your existing website name, or if you want to buy a domain website name. In this example, we're talking about people who are construction owners that you already own your website name, you already have that reserved and paid for. Here you would enter the name of your website name, and we'll just use an example, myconstructioncompany.com, okay, and then you would click on Get Started. Okay, I have pre-filled the blanks here with an example, and you'll notice in the email address I've thrown in myconstructioncompany@aol.com. Now this is the email address that you currently use. You would put this in here, throw your phone number in, and if you're from the United States, obviously it's going to default to the United States, and then click here that you understand regarding the DNS records for your website, and then you would click on Continue. Okay, then it'll bring up your setup screen, and you'll notice here where it asks for a username, this is where you will put your desired email address. You'll notice it where it says at myconstructioncompany.com. So if your name is Fred, for example, you're going to want to throw Fred here. So then your email address would be fred@myconstructioncompany.com. And then you're going to want to enter a password and then confirm the password, and then here throw in the CAPTCHA phrase that they've got here, and then when you're done you're going to want to accept and continue with setup. You'll also notice that it's already automatically got enable free new services for your users as they become available. Just leave that checked, and then obviously you're going to accept and continue with the setup. Okay, next you will have another screen come up, and I've actually taken one step of adding an additional website email address for myself. But you'll get two boxes that will pop up. One will be the express setup, and then the other one will be the more lengthy setup that would take much longer to fill out. You would click the express, and then it will bring you to this screen here, and it'll say it's time to go Google and welcome. And then when you click next, you'll be asked to verify that you own this domain. Okay, so this would be where if you want someone to help you, you'll notice right here it says, want someone to do this for you, get professional help from a Google Apps solution provider. If you click here, it will bring up a whole bunch of vendors, and you'll see them right here. Google Apps Setup for $20. So if you want somebody to help you, they have different companies, and depending on what level of help you want, then many of these companies here will help you get your email set up. It's a one-time fee with these companies, and they help you get set up with your your Google Business Apps. Thanks for watching. My name is John Morgan at Quality Insurance Services. Hopefully this has been a help for you. If you need us to help you do this, we'd be more than happy to do it for $50, one-time fee. And if not, good luck to you in doing this. It's fairly straightforward, and for most of it you can probably log into GoDaddy and or call GoDaddy or whoever your registrar is. They'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks, and have a good day.